Hello, happy gluing! How are you? It's Claudia here from ColorWay Arts, and I'm so excited to be with you today to show how simple it is to have lots of fun using your favorite fabrics, gluing those fabrics and making those beautiful wooden pieces that it can be such a great gift or a decoration for your house. But more than that, I'm not looking just for the piece that is just there decorating our house. I'm looking for the experience of being present, relaxing, having fun. Even better if you can, get together with some friends, family, kids, grandkids. This piece is so easy to make, super fun, and I hope you enjoy so much. And those are our new fabric wooden projects from ColorWay Arts. And I'm Claudia, Cartonnage designer and teacher here, and I have been gluing fabric for so long, and I really love the idea of using our fabrics with no sewing while relaxing, having fun, gluing, creating amazing, unique gifts. And I have been for a long time thinking, how could I add some projects to our, variety of different boxes and cases and baskets that we have when we do with Cartonnage. But I would like something that was much easier and quicker, and also allowed, families to get together, friends, and without worrying as being straight and neat or what piece, very simple directions that you can make for any shape that you want. We finally create the do-it-yourself kits for our fabric wooden projects, and we are starting with the bunnies, and I'd love to hear from you if you should, keep adding to the fun and adding different shapes and creating more of those pieces, okay? To make it even easier, to make these projects, the do-it-yourself kit includes, the wooden piece, the poster board pieces that are used to cover those with the fabric, and along with the long pieces of poster board as well. Two simple pieces. You use your favorite fabrics, glue all from Elmer's, right? And you'll see here during the tutorial very simple things like scissors, masking tape, and super fun to make. So thank you so much for being here with me, and important to say is that this video is the tutorial for how to make these projects. We do have the do-it-yourself kits available in our website, colorwayarts.com, I choose, at this point we have two different shapes of bunnies. We have the Wally bunny and we have the Bella bunny, and they are available in two sizes. We have those that are the large ones, and we also have the smaller ones, okay? So the process of making those are exactly the same. What is different is just the pieces, the sizes of the pieces, and whatever project we come later, or even for those two different ones, the process of making is the same. So I'm gonna be making today this large Wally bunny, okay, because I think it has a little bit more of challenging, but it's not difficult, okay, just a little bit more challenging pieces, shapes or rounds here, and that will, when I do this, it will allow you to see how we go with different parts of them. And this one, of course, is even more like open shape, so it's gonna be much easier, and for every new project we come in the future will be all the same tips and tricks and ideas, so you don't need to wait for a new instruction, because it will be exactly the same as I will be doing here, okay? I hope this works, okay? And I'm so excited to already jump in, put my hands on glue, and show you how to transform this wooden bunny into a beautiful and unique fabric wooden bunny with your favorite fabrics, okay? Our do-it-yourself kit, as usual, does not include fabric, so you have fun choosing your favorite ones, and let's add to the fun, okay? So let's get started and see how to make this bunny. Very good. So as I said, we're gonna need 2 coordinating fabrics, but of course, if you want to make just everything with 1 fabric, that's completely okay, right? And we need 2 fabric, the fabric that goes, for example, in my samples, I use 1 fabric for front and back, and another one that goes around, so we have the contrasting part, right? And so, for example, when I do make the 2 sizes, right, the big and the smaller one, I do opposites, and I think that's so nice to see them together, like coordinating like that. But again, it's completely up to you. It's your choice, and have tons of fun choosing, okay? So now let's see here in my table. Let's see here in my table what we need. So inside our do-it-yourself kit, okay, inside of our do-it-yourself kit, we will find the wooden piece. You will also find the 2 pieces of poster board that will be from front and back of this bunny. And you're also gonna find 2 long pieces of poster board. They will be used around the bunny, okay, to cover around. It doesn't matter if it is the large or the small, you will receive exactly the same size of the poster board to make it easier. And then now here during the process I will show you how you will, you know, decide where we start, where we finish, and how you cut to fit to the size of the shape and the size that you have, okay? Very simple. Very nice, that's it. So now about fabric, let's see here. So in my case, this is the bunny. In my case, I will go with, I found some Tilda fabrics at my shop that I really love, and I think that will be a great bunny with that, right? So I was really like in between William Morris and Tilda this time, as I have made others very like with our new collections of spring. So I was looking what else we have, and I really like that one. So what's happened? We will have to cut a piece of fabric that is just a little bigger, maybe half an inch bigger all around. And just important in case you have direction in your fabric, or if you have any particular part that you want to show up, okay, you will need to cut 2 pieces, okay? So for whatever shape you have, you always have the 2 poster boards. So your fabric will cut about half an inch bigger, and here is very important, see that we're gonna make them opposites, right? That will make us to have the front and the back very well. Okay, very good. So now with those 2 fabrics cut, let's get started and gluing this to the pieces of poster board, okay? Very nice. Okay, so let's start with one of them. So flip your fabric like this, wrong side up, okay? And now let's see which side we want to apply the glue to this bunny. At this point, doesn't matter because this is the first one, unless you have a specific part, just take a look. Now we are using our glue all, right, from Elmer's. I will be putting some glue in my tray and then passing my roller just to get started. Very simple materials. We'll see that it's really super fun, you know, and actually a wonderful on-the-go project as well. So now you just spread the glue out on this piece of poster board. You may not see because of the light here of my camera, sorry, but I just spread the glue all over. So it's a thin layer. If you are used with us in the Cartonnage, that's what we do. Just a thin layer of glue all over the full poster board here, okay? And then you just pick it and put it right in the center or in the position that you plan it to be, okay? Flip over, come with your hands and make sure that it's all, you know, all well glued. You see the poster board usually like bends a little bit, so while I'm preparing the second part, I will put this under my mat, but I need to make sure that I don't glue them, like this, you know, the same, looking at the same part. So this one must to be glued in this position. So that's one Tip number one that is really important. Your poster boards must to be opposites when you are gluing to your fabric, okay? So now I know that I will pass the glue in this one, in this part. So once I put it here, it will be opposite. And then I can put my piece just under my mat for a bit, just that poster board can, you know, be a little bit more flat. Now I'm gonna repeat and spread the glue again for the other side. Once you get used to what you are doing, you can certainly put some music on, you know, enjoy your time, relax, and so fun. When I made my first one, I couldn't stop until I made 3. It was so fun. Because I think when we are doing, you know, our cartonnage projects, it is super relaxing, it's super fun. But sometimes you need really to pay attention to some of the parts, unless you don't want, you know, to get your piece wrong. And here I just feel that I don't need to think anything. It can just be here, like be present and have fun, and that's it. Nice. So now let me check with the other one again, right? Perfect. One each, facing one side. So if you notice, oh, that's wrong, I glue it wrong, you can spray a little bit of water in this part and peel this fabric so you can use again and glue again to the right part, okay? Just a tip, okay? Because sometimes it can happen. Very nice. So now they are first part done. Glue the poster board glue to the fabric. Now I like to use a bigger scissor, and then now it doesn't matter what is the shape that you are having. You just cut, leaving about 1/2 inch, okay, no more than this here, and kind of no less as well, okay? I would say around 1/2 inch. It does not need to be super precise, but like this. And then you go, just relax, have fun, and go cutting all around, okay? Just follow the shape. Just follow the shape. When you come to this part right here, for example, you see that's the more close angle we have, okay? So you don't really need to do a cut here. You can just cut straight all the way here, right? Leave about the 1/2 inch, and the rest you just go. And there is not really a right or wrong, okay? It's just that you need to have this extra, because this will be glue on your wood to cover the edges, right? Very nice. Here you go. So now this is the second part, right? We glue the poster board on the fabric, then we cut around, leaving about 1/2 inch of fabric around. Now, because we have a lot of round edges here, for us to be able, because for you to understand, after we are done with this one, we're gonna be gluing here, right? So we do need to help this fabric to be to glue there, because you see where you have this angles, round angles, it doesn't work like this. So what you have to do, you can pick just a normal scissor and come over here, and actually I don't know if you can see, but I have a part here that is unglue, okay? So I'm just, so check yours as well. In case you have that, just spread the glue on there, make sure this is well glued, right? And then you go in. I like to go even like in almost all my piece, okay, with your scissor, and just go and cut like clips all around. Just do like clip all around. If you have this scissor, I used to have in my shop, now I don't have anymore, but I think our Amazon suggestion has it, is Leah Griffith from whiskers, and it's great for fabric. So when you start putting like this, you can cut like a lot of clip in one part. It does not go well when you go to the rounds more close, but it goes well on larger parts, okay? So just take your time. So even here in those, I go with this normal scissor. And how close you go? Very close, almost all the way to the poster board, okay? And then when you start gluing, you will see that sometimes you will notice, oh, here I have to cut a little bit more, okay? So it's just the process. If you have a part that is very straight like this, you don't kind of need to, but as I said, you understand as you start going and doing this, you get it. I'm gonna use this scissor to be quicker here, but take your time. That's never a rush. You don't want to, you know, get rid of the project. You want to enjoy your time making it. Okay, again I have to go with my okay. I believe it's good enough now, okay? You can also test coming like in this position and then see, for example, here I have an angle right here. So then I go with my scissor, allowing this to glue it very well. So try, oh, here I have another one that is very sharp angle. So take a look and see. And again, as I said, once you start gluing in position, you will notice if it doesn't go well, you know, okay, I have to cut a little bit more. Okay, test it like this. I think it's okay. Nice. So now we did the third part, right? Let's review. The first we glue the poster board on the fabric, then we leave about ½ an inch of fabric, then we clip around, okay? Now it's time to glue this here in the position, and that's how we cover this with the fabric. So important part is for you to know which side of the bunny you will be covering with your poster board that is ready, huh? And then two things here. One, you're gonna put a little bit of glue in the bunny itself, not a lot, but like this. And then you put the glue also all the way on the back of the poster board here. Here on the bunny itself, you just spread a bit. This is needed because if you will move the piece, then this glue helps the piece moving. Other than that, you just spread this glue very well. Try not to move this bunny because you are spreading the glue all over, even to the extra fabric that you just clip. Everything around, okay? Happy gluing! And now, pick your bunny, okay? Pick your bunny and just find the position exactly on top of the poster board. It's exactly the same size, okay? Then you just move it a little bit as needed. As I said, that's why we put glue on both of the pieces. And then you just start gluing all the edges, okay? Take your time. You may need to apply more glue, more likely, because until you get to the end, the glue starts, you know, drying. And that's not a problem. Just keep going, putting more glue around. Okay. So far, I didn't notice any angle that I should cut more, but you will notice if you haven't cut enough, clip enough, you will notice that you try to fold these edges over the bunny and you won't be able. So that's when you just look at that corner and do it. Okay. just make sure. Let me see. And then it's very important that you take a look at the bunny in this position, or any shape that you are doing, right? Right here. You want it to be, oh, that's so nice. So cute. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so when you get to this point, just take a look around and see that it's all, you know, well glued. That's all. That's all so far, okay? Super nice. So now that one side is done, what you're gonna be doing is making the second one, okay? And just for not have this video super long, okay, I will be exactly repeating the same process for this bunny now, trimming around, leaving 1/2 inch, and then after that, clip all around, and then we're gonna be gluing here to have the second side of the bunny. In this case, the bunny, right? Whatever you are making, or different shape, doesn't matter. The process is exactly the same, okay? So let me do it here, and I'll show you the final. Okay, then all little corners and angles here, you know, check it. That facilitates if you check like with your, try to, as if you were like folding already with your fingers, then you can see where you need to clip more. Then will help, then have to cut this after when you have the glue, okay? Nice. Very good. So now it's time to glue this one right here on the other side. Just match, press a little bit, pull, bring. You see that is sometimes it's not really in the right position, so it's so great that you apply the little layer of glue on the wood as well, so that will definitely help you to find the correct place for that. Okay. And I would say your hands here are definitely your best tool for that part. Last inspection now to see if it's, you know, well glue, and then keep going and adding glue wherever you find that it's not well glue. Oh, I have a lot of parts here that is not well glued. No problem. Cannot wait to see all the fabrics that you will be using. Okay, so we have a Facebook group, Facebook group Cartonnage fabric boxes. Make sure you go there and check it out, and also post your bunnies and the future projects that we're gonna be making, you know, it's so fun. So look at that, now we have the beautiful bunny covered front and back, okay, with this beautiful Tilda fabric that I have now. Cannot wait to see what fabric you will be using. And now it's time to cover around, okay? That's it, right? That's why I said that I really want something that was super fun and easy, and, you know, just relaxing project to do. Now we just have just a little thing to think about it, right? To talk with our bunny, so to speak, to decide about the covering outside, okay? So let's see what I'm talking about now. So to cover our round, okay, we're gonna be using the poster board. So because of course we have a limitation of the sizes of the poster board that we can cut and send in the kits, this is the dimension we have, okay? So it does not go all around the bunny, it goes at some part, and then you're gonna put the other one. We have 2 pieces. So here are some ideas, like if you have, I don't think it's very usual that we have this long fabric to go all around and just have one fabric. If you see how I make here, if you later decide, oh, I want to have just one, then I would say, for example, glue a copy paper here, having just one, you know, glue a copy paper here and just make one long piece of poster board if you do have such a big fabric. And how do I know how long it is that I need around? So for that, I do recommend you having something like, for example, a piece of, this is a bias tape that I have here. You can have a cord, a thread, whatever that is kind of flexible. And I made it, let me see if it's that one. Yeah, I made it the same size as my poster board. So with that, I know, you know, if I go around that, I know how, and go very tight, I know how long or where this goes, okay? So where I'm gonna start, where I'm gonna finish. So I have here some tips, okay? Because it depends the size of the project. One of the most important tips I would say, if you are making, we're gonna be making the tutorial in 2 separate pieces, because I believe most of you won't have like such a big, you know, piece of fabric, so to speak, right, to cover our round just with one piece. So I want you to show what would be the more like challenging one, easy but challenging, let's say, what would be to cover one piece and then cover the other one as needed and finish, okay? So I'm showing this process, and then as you see how I'm gonna be doing, you will be you understand how it would be if it was just one, okay? So that's also a choice. So that said, the only thing I really don't want here, this is a personal choice, but the only thing I don't want here is that you have the finishing right here on where you want to sit, to have your piece sitting on your table, okay? Unless you are already, you know, practicing and you know how to do them very even at the bottom, that's okay. But if you do it not very even at the bottom, what happens is maybe your bunny will, you know, not be so stable. So that's one of just the tips that you can keep in mind whatever you are doing. Oh. So in this one here, for example, I started right here in the bottom part of the ear, and then I went all the way, okay, and I finished right here, one piece of the poster board. I barely can see the change, but here is what I did. So you can look at that and see, wow, I could start right away here and see where it goes. Or I could start right here in the middle. You could simply start right here, like in the middle of the poster board, right here. So you do have this part here clean and beautiful. That's what I think I'm gonna be doing. And then whatever it finishes, that's okay, because I would show you how to do a very beautiful finishing that you barely will notice that you have that joint part, okay? So that said, if you want to play, okay, that's a good thing. You will need this actually for the second piece of the poster board, but if you already want to play with that, and let's say, oh, well, if I start in the middle of the poster board, then it will be the middle of your bias, and then, then I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna be finishing right here. Are you happy with that? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Or no, I don't like, I want to start like here. You know what I mean? So just play with this as it is that. Because if you start playing with the poster board, you may damage the poster board. That's the idea of having this. Okay, so as I said, let's get started with one of them. And for that, I decided to go with this. It's a light color, but I think we can see, right? It's just a pink one that will coordinate with my Tilda. And here's how we do. Because this is a long piece of poster board, I prefer to glue, like, for example, like this. First, spread the glue like half of it, so to speak, about this, okay? And then just put on the wrong side of on the back of the wrong side of your fabric. Okay, I know my color of the fabric is not the best here to show to you, but I have about half an inch bigger around, okay? Just put very in the center on the wrong side of the fabric, then flip over and go with your hands like this. Now I pull a little bit here where I went, and then I keep going and gluing a little bit more. And then I have my whole piece glued to the fabric, to the poster board, right? Okay, nice, very good. So now, this is the first one, and this is the large bunny. So we already know we're gonna use all of them. So we won't finishing the sides completely. What we need here on the sides is just trim a little bit. And what you can do, oh, now I regret my fabric very well, but that's okay. We're gonna figure out. So here is the end of the poster board. You can come with your scissors. If you have a corner miter tool, you can do that, okay? So if you have one of our corner miter tools, for example, this one or the long one, you can just simply put right here the corner tool and cut, but you don't really need, okay? That's what I'm saying, because I'm very, very confident, okay, that you can simply trim this. We are just working with poster board, and I don't want to complicate this process. So just go like this if you want, and trim. So you leave just a bit of fabric here on this corner. And again, so many of you already have the corner tools, this one or the long one. You can even do like that, right? Nice. So now that you cut the corners on both sides, now just spread the glue. And now I'm gonna spread the glue out here, okay? In the whole one of the sides. One of the things that is important here is that you can't have this extra fabric bigger than your poster board, right? So just come over here and bring this tight. So now with the fabric, the pink color, it's easy for me to show to you what I'm saying now. So you see that this edge of fabric cannot be bigger than this poster board. And I also don't want to be super big, because when I come with the second, I don't want them to overlap, because that will be a lot of volume, okay? So that's why I said that about half an inch of fabric around is very good. Nice. And just spread the glue. Very good. And then again, bring with your spatula, any old credit card, whatever you have there, bond folder, just fold the fabric over, okay? Now we have this stripe of fabric, of poster board, right, with fabric. And now where the fun gets even bigger, right? So now, as I said, choose whenever you want to start this, okay? So if you played with this or not, it's up to you. I kind of like to start more like here in the center, because that's really one of the parts that I really want to have, you know, very, very well glued. And so that's where we're gonna be starting. So spread the glue here in some part of this, okay, in the center, like, and then that's the part that we're gonna start putting right away. So in the part that you spread the glue, here where I have the glue, I'm gonna start gluing right away, right here. I love to have a piece of cloth where I can clean my fingers. And then here's where you start. Just go around and putting pieces of masking tape. Now you know exactly, that's exactly the size that you need, okay? So with your hands like this, you can make sure that it's in the right position. Now flip and see, do you still have glue? Yes, I still have glue, so I can go a little bit more until I get here. If you notice, I have a little bit of, how can I say, this angle that is more straight down. Let me show you. And this is the process that you go very slow, because you really want this to be well attached, well glued, and well center, right? So go look at the two sides and see if it is not attaching very well. Just put one more masking tape. Now this part right here, you see, I think this will be good to show you. I still have glue there. You see that it's really down, so press until you see that it's very well glued to the piece. Sometimes you will use a piece of spatula to make sure that well there. If you don't have a spatula, maybe you have a bone folder. I don't know what you may have there to just make sure that you are gluing this very nice, and that will happen in certain parts of your project, okay? Now let's go this way and finish gluing this edge. So at this point I don't have glue anymore in any of this, so I'm gonna just spread the glue, okay? And then I go with my brush at this point. You want to have a certain good amount of glue, not exaggerate here, okay? But sometimes just this, it may be kind of not enough. It depends how much you apply there. And then you keep going, okay? Just go. And now I cannot tell you how much fun is this. For me, it's really, really amazing. So try it by yourself and let me know what you think, okay? Okay, so now I go very sharp here, pressing. I put a few masking tapes to make sure that it is in the position that I want. And then here I flip over, and I want this to be nice. Yeah, so doing this with this shape, okay, you will end up with your joint part right here under your ear. It's up to you. And again, all the time you look at your project, you talk with that, okay, to see where you need to put more masking tape. Where you see here, it's not well attached, so just press. That's why you put a little bit more of glue. Press and then put your masking tape. This masking tape will stay here for some time, about 4 or 5 hours, okay, and then when you remove, it will be such a surprise. So great. Very nice. Okay, so we take care of the first part, well attached. Let me put one more. And then I'm gonna go to this rest here, all the way until it ends, okay? Nice. Now I'm gonna be pressing glue again. Sorry for the camera, I know you cannot see very well what I'm doing, but I'm just spreading the glue very well here on the back. Oops, too much glue. Okay, now with the glue, now I pass glue all over the piece, so I can go all the way to the end. But again, go part by part, taking care, putting your masking tape. So first make sure that this part here is well glued and with your tape holding well. And then here you have this nice part. Very nice to go all the way there. Take a look at this side, see how that goes. Here I need more masking tapes. Here I also need more masking tape. Yes. A little bit here. Nice. And then all the way here and all the end to this part. Okay, look, yes. So you see, once you just put it's not well attached. That's why we need this masking tape, because we are handling fabric with fabric, okay? And the same thing that happened with our cartonnage projects. Fabric with fabric won't glue right away. So we need this masking tape for some time to make sure that we'll stay connected during the drying time. And then, yes, now this will glue in position. It'll be super fun. So the more, that's why I pick up exactly one that had more round and more pieces, more shapes here, more angles that could be more challenging for you to do, because after you do that, okay, and if you look, for example, for any other that is more open parts, you see that will be like very, even more quicker to do, okay? Just like this. Very good. So almost done. Look at that, with my little pinky around. So now the last part that we need to cover, we already know that starts here and goes all the way until ends in this part, right? Okay, so now that we have that done, let's see how to use. That's why I like to use a piece of like this is a bias tape, or you know, a cord or something, because now I don't want to use my poster board. I don't want to use the poster board around to measure, because it may damage the poster board. So that's just, I just cut the same size as the poster board, okay? So this is the same size as the poster board. And now you try to see what is the size needed. It's an approximation, so to speak, right? Because we're gonna leave extra, so then we make sure we have enough, and we fix at the end, okay? So I would say leave the end for where you can see it easier. So for example, in this case, this I can see easy. This is more like back there, hidden. I almost regret to get started here. I would say for you, maybe you can start right in this part right here. If you can, you know, leave your ending at least here, so it's be easy to access. But I mean, you notice, you do it. So how do I do that? I like to pick like a piece of masking tape and just put as it is. So I hope you can see here that there is a mark. That's the poster board, okay? So what you want to do with the next piece of poster board will be just be touching that one. So it's gonna be like, how can I say, they will be very touched, not on top of the other one, but just one on side of other one. And then hold it for here, and I just try to go all the way and see as if it was like covering as we did, okay? So go all the way to the curves. If you want to put here and there some masking tapes, just to make sure that you know that you are holding enough. So let's say here, let me put another masking tape just to know where it goes. Keep going, okay? And then once you get to the end here, then you can make a mark or just fold. Again, I just want to be kind of touching this poster board there, right there, okay? So now I make my mark. So basically this is what I need. And all the way to here, basically this is the part of the poster board that I will need, and then I can pick right here. And I definitely will say for you, by my experience, okay, leave it extra, because of the shape we never know exactly where it is. So that's a lot extra. We don't need all of this extra, but I will certainly cut, for example, right here. So leave maybe half half an inch more, just to make sure. Okay, it's always better we trim it in than we get there and realize, oh, we don't have enough, right? So that's how we go. So that's the part of the poster board that probably is what we need, or very close to this, right? So now I'm gonna have my fabric. Okay, and then cut your fabric about half an inch bigger of this part right here. I see that's even bigger, but that's okay. We're gonna be trimming. And then let's go and glue, right? Spread the glue on the poster board. The same thing as we did before. Just do part of the poster board, put it in the center of the wrong side of your fabric, right? Keep it a little bit, then fold and keep going. That would be nice as well to glue something more around on top, for example. I don't know, I haven't tested, but maybe some embellishments, right? Or some different, maybe even some ribbon, I don't know, that would be fun. Okay, let me trim a little bit around because this is too big here. And nothing needs really precision here, okay? That's one of the things that I already love in Cartonnage, and here is even more, so don't be... now in this, one of the corners, we're gonna cut corners, right? You can just cut really and easy, just, I mean, 3 or 4 corners. Just go with your scissor if you want. In this one, let's cut the corner as well. Let me use the corner tool just in case, so for you to know that we can even use this one if you want. Okay, so now with the 4 corners cut, let's glue the sides. Okay, glue one. Okay, and then glue the other side. I definitely need to make a note for myself to pick fabrics more dark. I get excited with the fabric. I want to make this. And I completely forgot that we have a camera that has to show up better. I'm sorry. But I hope you can understand and see what we are doing, right? So now spread the glue on one of the sides like this. Press down here on those corners and flip over. Okay, if you need help with corners, we do have so many videos in our website showing with more details how to have a corner done. Okay, it's the same as we do for the cartonnage. And now here also come with your scissor and trim if you see there is some extra fabric, for example, just trim it. Okay, so now with this edge that is finished, the last one we're gonna leave right there because we may need to fix to the size of the bunny. Okay, so let's put some glue. Not in a lot of pieces, okay, just in the beginning, because we want just to make sure that that part, beginning part, is well attached there. Okay, and as I said, I randomly choose a spot that was a little bit more difficult, so I definitely recommend you to come with this piece at least until here. So for example, right, then now would be easier. So every time we go with this piece, look at the piece and think, that would be more difficult or not, or more challenging, just because of the shape, right? Some of the pieces, like the other bunny, doesn't have this shape here, that's easier. Okay, so now I'm gonna just put it right here, right starting here. Hope my camera will show to you. I'm just aligning it with, you see, aligning with where the other one finished. And then I'm gonna put some masking tape. Okay, nice. And now here I need my help with something just to put this. I already have glue in this part. Okay, all over here I have glue, so just I put some on both sides, okay? Help with something to make sure that you are getting that correctly. Press down. Very nice. Okay, so now pretty easy, we keep going, right? Now pretty easy, we just keep going. We just spread one more part of glue and go. You can pick an extra like paper here if you to put under this to make sure that you are not making a mess with this. And keep going. Let me see. So your goal is always making sure that they are aligned, they are very, you know, tight, and that you still have glue when you are going, right? So you see that I have glue until here. So that's that. I'm gonna glue until this part here, put out the masking tape, then I will apply more glue. Nice. And then we keep going. Now when we are in this position here, it's easy to come, I mean, in this directly here in our paper. And then keep going. So when you are getting closer to the end, so for example now I'm getting closer to the end. You see I started here, I got all the way here, I'm almost done. So I go here and I check, okay, because I don't know if we cut way too much paper or not, and then we're gonna be now actually trimming to the correct size, okay? So you come very close, and then you come over here and see, oh, it's all the way here, it's way too much, I put more than needed. So I just make a mark here in my place where I should have done this, okay, just to match here where I am. Now that's why I said I want you to have sort of a piece like this at the end, so you can come over here and do, yes, I actually put way more than needed. Sorry, it was probably here my lack of attention when I was making the video. That's okay. So let me see how much I have to cut. That's basically 1 inch more than needed. That's way a lot. So probably when I was measuring with the tape, something got off. But you see how you can easily unglue this part. So that's why I prefer to have more and have to trim now than get to the end and don't have enough, right? Nice. So yeah, that's what I need to cut. So now I'm gonna put this here. Just be careful not to cut the fabric. You only want to cut your paper, okay? Nice. So it's about 1 inch that I have to trim. Make sure it's kind of more straight. Okay, good. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue this again, even this part, and now of course I have way too much fabric, so I will also trim this fabric. And I'm actually glad that I did a lot bigger, so I can show you with more details how we can go. Just trim a little bit on the sides, okay. and finish this corner, because now we have to glue there and finish the end. Okay, finish the end. Okay, nice. So with time, when you do one or another, or depending on the shape, you probably will get this easier. Another idea, let's see here. Yeah, now it goes there. Another idea, if you prefer, as I said, is to leave, if you decide to end here on the bottom, then you don't see, you just make sure that you don't glue them on top of each other, because you don't want the volume. Okay, now that I finish, is just finish this last. That's a lot of glue in my scrap of paper here. Now I will just go all the way and finish. And if you are making more than one, you can also, for example, measure, and then you have already one idea what's gonna happen in the second one, right? And then the other one. I didn't want to give you exactly those dimensions, because it really depends how you glue, how tight you go in each one of them parts. That will affect the dimension, final dimension, and how it's easy, right? So then you can even do different shapes. So now I got very here and touching the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna put my masking tape on top. Okay, masking tape here as well, and I will even, okay, pick my bone folder and just go on top to make sure that I know they are like, you will not see, but I'm just passing my bone folder here on top, so they go like more flat and together, because I also left here right in the corner, right? So yeah, I definitely say just move in this position to go a little bit, or here, or more this position will also move this to not be in the round, right? So play around. And maybe if you have a long piece of fabric and you want to put the poster board together first, that's what I said. Let me see if I can give you that suggestion. So let's say you didn't made yet, then you can glue two pieces together like this with copy paper, right? And then make it longer, and then cover with fabric to find the position that you prefer. Okay, there is no, actually that is not really a right or wrong. Here's the bunny. super fun to do. And as I said, I just picked the more like challenging one to show you, just because then you know how to fix things, how to, you know, make sure you can do for any shape and any size. And from here, I hope you, I mean, enjoy so much. I hope you make like coordinating ones and decorate your house, have fun with your friends, with your family. That's really just a wonderful idea. At least I love it, and I cannot wait to see your thoughts. Okay, so before leaving this to dry, make sure you do a double check to see that how, you know, it's all well tight connected. If not, just put more masking tape. Okay, and I also learned it from the ones I made that, like the next day when I removed the masking tapes, some of the parts sometimes were not very well looking attached, so I just press with the bone folder like on top or something like this, and it like accommodates to the shape, and then it's super nice. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this project, this idea. Let me know any question, your thoughts. And we have the Facebook group Cartonnage Fabric Boxes. Please go there, share your pictures, and we're gonna love to inspire and be inspired by each other. Okay, and for more information about cartonnage, fun gluing fabric, take a look at our website colorwayarts.com. We have so many do-it-yourself kits for boxes, cases, baskets, and so many more things. And now we also have some fabric wooden projects starting with the bunnies, and let's see what the creativity of our group will lead us into this. Another idea of fun gluing fabric, okay? Thank you so much. Be present, have fun, and happy gluing. Bye bye. See you another time.